Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I have to try and be a little bit quiet because we are snowed in and my husband has a headache. He's sleeping. So this journal here is How Do You Do Art Challenge for the month of January, and it's hosted by Sharyl at The Whole Bucket. I forgot to write that part down. We used Mixed Media Blooms Digital from Darcy's Mixed Media Ko-fi page. I don't know how to link her Ko-fi, but I will link her channel down below too, so in case you want to check it out. It's 22 pages, and I will start with this here. So I made a removable tassel. A lot of this is broken jewelry, and this little bottle here actually came from Happy Mail. It came with those sequins and stars and stuff in there, and so I just glued the lid down, and that little piece that it's attached to is a little screw thing, and I glued that in there too. So I really hope that it doesn't fall off because I've never done that before. But these are just strands that I thought would, go, and I only had one tiny little piece of that, so I thought I'd put that in there anyway. And then a broken friendship bracelet, and this is loose in case whoever gets this wants to take it off. All this broken jewelry are on jump rings, so you could just take it off and put it on that if you want to. So I'm gonna do a quick flip through of this. Bulldog clip closure with a little charm on there. The cover is, it's either a tea towel or a flour sack, and I dye a lot of paper, and this was some of the solution sludge that was left over when I was experimenting with the Rit dye papers, and so that's where that color came from. And so a lot of this mixed media bloom digital, all the ones that had flowers on them, I cut out the flowers so I could use those as decorations. And the majority of the pages in here are hand dyed papers for me, but the very center of them, can't find it. The very center of them has one entire digital, and it's one that is double-sided, and it's got enough space on there for you to write on. I mostly used the entire pack as digitals. I mean, the entire digitals, aside from the center of those 3 signatures, I cut them all up to use as ephemera. And I always put a tea bag in every journal that leaves my house. So this is coffee dyed cardstock, and this is what happens with the baking paper that I use to dry them on. Depending on what I'm doing, it'll be different colors. So this is a tuck and a tuck of the flower. This is what I use. This is the baking paper that I use to dry my papers on. And then if it's double-sided, I put a piece of coffee dyed paper on the back so you could write on that. And then this one here, I made it into an envelope, and then I glued this piece here down so you'll have an easier time writing on there. And then this just keeps it closed. And then I do have many videos on dyeing paper with coffee, Rit dye, red cabbage. I don't know how to link the whole playlist below, but I'll see if I can figure it out. And these flowers is a punch, and I used one of the digital pages to make all those. And this is actually for a different, I was just messing around one day because I didn't know what to do, so that actually wasn't part of the project, but they kind of went well. And this is the cutout. You'll see some flowers in there later on, and I used the I don't know what it's called. I can't think of that. So yeah, I already showed you that. And then the signatures are tied in with embroidery floss that I coffee dyed. Okay, that's another part of double-sided digital, and it's glued down to a book page. And this is just a piece of paper that was in my scrap bin, and I thought that the color of it went well with the digitals that I printed. And I didn't realize, so Sharyl is actually the one that picked this digital kit out, and we're doing this because Darcy is our friend, and she had surgery the beginning of this month. And so since she wasn't going to be able to join us for this month, we decided to dedicate this month to her and use one of her digitals. It's just a little mini notebook with coffee dyed paper. So she's doing fine, but go over to her page and check her out. Or not her page, her channel. But yeah, go to her channel so you can get her Ko-fi link, so you can go to her page, her Ko-fi page, and get that printed out if you want to use it. So this is half of one of the pages, and then a hidden paper clip. And this fabric here is from part of a scarf. And so these are the cutouts that I did, and I just painted gold on the edges, and then that's a die cut on the background as well. And then these here are sari silk ties. And this is a piece of scrapbook paper, but I made that into a tag because I had this little piece left over and I didn't know what to do with it. And I found this cutout in my scrap bin also, so I figured I would make a little tag out of that because that kind of goes also. Another reverse image cutout. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments what that's called, because that will drive me crazy. So here's the center of this one. And I left a lot of writing space in here, but a lot of these papers are kind of dark, so I don't know. You know, you could glue pictures down or whatever. This is a double-sided coffee page on the back. This is a piece of scrapbook paper that was in my scrap bin. And then more, this is just dyed paper, and I cut out part of the flowers that were and leaves from the mixed media. I think that's marker, I'm not really sure, yellow marker maybe, with coffee. And these are the originals. I think that there's copies of these in my Ko-fi page, which is linked. Another notebook. This does not open. That ended up in the scrap bin because whatever it was I was trying to do did not work. So, and then we got a little handmade charm. And this is a belly band, and it's also a pocket. So this tag, this tag has a little pocket. It goes in the belly band, and then these are embossed. And Diane from the Messy Palette, if you're watching, I did some blings just for you. Okay. And this here is, I was using those flowers, and I wanted to save the cutouts because I figured that's good cardstock. Why waste it? You could do stuff with it. This is a punch that I have, and I painted the butterflies with glitter nail polish. Didn't really work that well, but I didn't really want to throw it away. And this is actually has acetate on top of it, and so I'm sorry if you're getting glared out. But I made it like this because the piece that I cut out here, I actually turned into a tag or something. I used it in some way, and I didn't want to waste that. So this is just some master board that I cut up, and since that's not double-sided, I used corrugated cardboard to make lines because I don't have one of those stamps that has the lines on there for you. And then the middle of the third signature. Oh, here, that was probably the cutout or one of them from something like that. And then just a little tag that I made. And I put those sideways because I didn't want to be boring. Didn't want it to be boring. And this is cutout flower from one of the pages. And it's also got, I don't know if you can see that, I have a crack stencil, and I used modeling paste in there, and then I just went over it with my this thing, my dauber, that's what it's called. All right, here we go, another handmade tag, and these are just some leftovers, and I just put them together with the brad. You can take them apart. And then here we have another tuck spot that looks like a tag. And then I made all these together. I couldn't sleep and the house was all quiet, so I just cut up one of my master boards. And then there's the end. And here, put that aside for a second. Here's another cutout that was put onto a piece of the media, mixed media. It's got a 3D butterfly on there. And then some of the pieces I made into a tag. That's another flower cutout from one of the pages. And I was trying to use up all the little pieces that I didn't use. It's got I signed it for you. And I couldn't possibly make all of those into something. So what I did was I just made an envelope out of one of the pieces of cardstock, and then I put, this is baking paper that I used to dry some of my paper on, and it matched so well. So I put all the things that I did not use, all the leftovers are in here in case whoever gets it wants to use those. Should I go that one? Yeah, here we go. Put it on that side. Okay, so there we go. So this is, I don't know if I said this or not, but this is the journal that I am giving away for my 500 subscribers. And I will be doing the drawing on February 1st. So what I need you to do is just leave a comment down below. Don't reply to the comment because I don't think the comment picker will catch replies. I think it just does comments. I'm not sure though because I haven't used it yet, but I will find out. So just leave a comment down below, and February 1st, I'll do the drawing. So good luck to everybody who leaves me a comment. Have a great day. Happy crafting.